Hello and welcome to my channel. I am ZodiacBandit, and today I'm going to be returning to the ranking X player list. And today I'm going to be ranking the guest players, a group of players that I kind of neglected back when I initially did these, ranking videos. So let's get right into it. Before I get into the list proper, this is only going to be Campaign 1, because Campaign 2 has its own list of guest players, and Campaign 3 doesn't have many yet. So figured be best to split them up into 3, and that way we can have Campaign 1 get its own guest show or guest list, Campaign 2 get its guest list, and Campaign 3 get its guest list once Campaign 3 is over. So I'm looking way into the future for that video. Second, this is not a reflection on any of the players who have shown up on the show as a guest. I like them all, but the characters and the role play have affected these people to be in the top 3. So yeah, these characters are top 3. I like all the guest players who have all shown up. Don't hate any of them. These are just my top 3 favorite. Just wanted to put that out there to make sure that no one thought I disliked anybody in specific. So yeah, with that, let's truly get into the list proper with number 3. At number 3, I have Carrick, the Care Bear. I love Carrick. He's a great character. Super fun. He has a great relationship with Keyleth after they defeat Umbrasyl, one of the dragons of the Chroma Conclave, and Keyleth doesn't believe that she should be a hero. She doesn't think that she's worthy of the Aramente. She doesn't think she's got what it takes, and she doesn't think it's going to be as good as everyone thinks it's going to be for her. And he is the one who kind of talks to her and tells her that, hey, sometimes we have to do things that we don't like, and it's going to work out somehow, some way. It may not be the way you expected, but that's life. And it was a very nice moment for him and her because it was real. It was a real moment for a lot of people that they're going to look at their lives and eventually see that one day they're doing something that they might not necessarily fully believe in. And it was a very nice moment for Keyleth, who was constantly struggling with the idea of potentially being a leader. He would eventually show up again to help fight Raishan, and to this day has always made me laugh when I realize that, oh right, he's the one that's about to finish the job. And it's funny because he goes up quite a few levels after doing it because he was quite a lot weaker than the rest of the group at the time. So fun character, has a great 2 very solid moments for a guest player who was only in 3 episodes. He's mentioned in 4. And he's a fun character who supports a character who really needed support at the time, and had a great kill on one of the big bads, and was part of the contributing factor of making sure the tradition of a guest player killing off a big bad stayed alive. At number 2, I have Lionel Gayheart, the half-orc barbarian, totem of the duck, multi-classed with a bard, College of Valor. Love this character. He's so goddamn funny. Made me laugh every single time, not to mention it was John Hader, who is a great comedian, and he's just really fun to play D&D with, apparently, because he seemed to be an excellent foil for everything that was going on at the time where his character Lionel Gayheart arrived with Scanlan Shorthalt after the 1-year time skip, and he was there for levity to sort of allow everyone to laugh at such a serious moment, with Scanlan trying to weasel himself back into the group and trying to inform them about the dangers of whatever's going on with this other, what seems to be, Delilah issue. And he was just a great character. First of all, he was there to, make everyone laugh in such a tense moment, but he also made a little bit of tension as he was effectively a Grog clone following Scanlan around, which pissed off Grog, and had a bunch of fun moments with him. And just being a barbarian totem of the duck is hilarious, which made lots of great moments where Grog would just get frustrated 24/7 with him. And he also gave out one of the best moments where he smacked somebody during combat, and then Grog wanted to follow up and show off, and then Grog rolled 2 natural ones. There's so many great moments surrounding Lionel, and not to mention when Matt gets to pick up playing as Lionel. I know that's not a guest player anymore, but it was one of my favorite moments of the Darrington Brigade special episode where they arrive at the duck pond that's been smacked by a meteorite, and Lionel sees it and reacts, and total horror. And it would, you know what? If it was John Hader, it would have been just as funny, because I think might have even been funnier. But I loved the character, so much fun, so much energy. Every second he was on screen, and I liked how, Scanlan passed him off to Terry, Sam passed him off to Sam. I thought that was a also great moment, and just a funny character. Sometimes they don't have to be super serious to be enjoyable. They just have to be funny. And you know what? He was funny as hell. Number 1 is Arkan. Honestly, when you think of Campaign 1 guests, Arkan is at the top of that list for me every single time. First of all, Joe Manganiello is a firm lover and player of D&D. And with that passion comes tons of experience and amazing storytelling that he brought to this table. And you know what? He cemented the ending of Campaign 1 to me. Beforehand, it was going to be a big hurrah, we did it, we've succeeded, and then he happened. And it was perfect. It is the first, and I believe the first, guest betrayal on the show, and is going to be the most impactful because it was the final villain of the campaign. And it was awesome. And to this day, he is the one that I want to see return the most, aside from Dorian and Robbie. But I want Arkan to come back so badly. And this character is so intriguing that I think he could truly transcend Campaign 1 into other campaigns and not really hurt it. I think he would be an excellent villain at any point in time to show up. That's how good this character is. The red Dragonborn Paladin. I believe he had a bit of Barbarian in him as well. Oathbreaker Paladin, first of all, is just disgusting. Second of all, just a lot of fun that this character was. He was a deceiver, a liar, but he did also mildly care about the group because he understood what they were doing. They had an aligned goal, and he sided with them to the end until he revealed his true colors as a slimy bastard. And I love every second where he's on their side. I love every second where he's against them. Like, not very long that he's against them. But when he leaves the table and everyone simultaneously hates him all at once, it's perfect. And when Joe talks about later, when he initially planned to take the hand, which was afterwards, right before Vax was being taken by the Raven Queen when they were all distracted, he then saw a different opportunity, a much better opportunity, and a much more impactful one, which was right after they finish off Vecna, and it was perfect. It was a great moment, possibly one of my favorite moments in all of Campaign 1, and it's all because of Arkan. And Arkan, to me, getting boosted by an amazing role player in Joe, getting an amazing class, an incredibly powerful class, and just an awesome design. He's just a great overall character who I enjoyed every millisecond he was there. And being there in the final hour is always a very good bonus to be any character. And I firmly believe he is the best guest character in all of Campaign 1. So there you have it. That's my list of my top 3 favorite guests. Probably a few shockers in there. But, I have certain feelings about early Campaign 1. So some of those early guests kind of take a little bit of a hit for it. And, I do believe that the later half of Campaign 1 is the best half of Campaign 1. So, yeah, and all of these guests happen to show up in that half. And, just personal opinions about Campaign 1. So that does a little bit of bias in there. With that being said, I do like all the guests in Campaign 1. Like I said at the beginning, I like all the guests in all of Campaign, Critical Role, whatever. And yeah, this is my list. Your list is going to look different from mine. My list is based off how much fun I had with them being there, how funny they were as characters, how serious they were as characters. So, a few different things floating around, and what their impact was. I don't think there's only been, only 2 other characters to have quite the impact on me watching Critical Role as Arkan. So I do believe that he needs to be at the top of this list. So, yeah. Sorry if you disagree. Tell me your list down below who your top 3 are. You know what? Tell me your entire campaign 1 ranking list in the comments. Let me know from, I think there's 9 to 1. Maybe I should have done 9 to 1. Maybe I will one day. I think maybe I'll probably do one of them tier list things, S, A, B, C, D, instead, because it's a little easier than figuring out the exact rankings. But who knows? Maybe one day. Until then, see you guys this Friday for episode 31 for campaign 3 of Critical Role. See ya.